All right, welcome everyone. We are live on YouTube. It's Monday evening, and we are working on the book, The Practical Work on Self. Today's chapter 15, Doorways. And with that, we can get started.
I, I thought we are going to repeat that previous chapter.
Uh, okay, we could do that. Is there anything specific? Uh, okay, let's go back to the previous chapter, chapter 14. I do remember us discussing that we should uh, take another look at it. You wanna get should we read it again, Nishant?
Yes, yeah, I can read.
Okay.
Remorse of Conscience, chapter 14. Organ conscience is an ordinary man atrophied from disuse and isolation. Remorse of conscience can repair our past, no matter what we may have done. The organ conscience is an ordinary human biological machine completely atrophied as a result of the disuse and isolation caused by the inactive state of the emotional centrum. This isolation is broken from time to time, either accidentally from some shock or intentionally by an artificial technique which is called remorse of conscience. When the machine's mother dies, it feels, perhaps for the very first time ever, although the source of attention may not be aware of it, the automatic arising of the emotion called remorse of conscience. Yeah, pass.
I have a question or comment to make here. So, in this first paragraph, it says uh, the organ conscious is completely atrophied as a result of the disuse and isolation caused by the inactive state of the emotional centrum. So can conscious be a mechanical uh, can conscious be the mechanicality of the machine? Like,
No,
can you
conscience
can
is the right or wrong. The
morality?
yeah, not morality, but um, the ability to distinguish between right and wrong.
Can that be mechanical?
And usually it is.
So I guess when it's saying the inactive state of the emotional centrum, it probably is referring to the sleeping state of the machine, right?
Yeah,
The reaction.
the reaction state.
Okay,
Um, yeah.
we can continue.
Uh, I'll pass to someone else.
I'll read. We feel this in the machine because although in many ways we may have been a good child, at the same time, also in many ways we must inevitably have failed in our obligation to her for giving the machine life and preparing us in her own unique or not so unique way for responsible age. This debt is so great that we could not possibly repay it no matter what, especially in her opinion. This debt to our mother is what can be called original sin, not some imaginary fall from some imaginary state of grace. But the machine is a swine of the first degree and soon forgets this momentary discomfort and in a few weeks is able to sink back into the usual mechanical oblivion. And I pass.
We
So,
can use these first stirrings of conscience, activated by the mood of remorse, for past wrongdoings and injustices on our part, to provide us with the motivation to conserve our precious time and energy for our work to awaken the machine. We can use this emotional state to help us remember to spend our inner force and subjective time not just for self-satisfaction, but for work, which alone can give our life in the machine any real meaning. Let me give you that again, which alone can give our life in the machine any real meaning. To activate these deep, essential feelings of remorse in the machine, we should act toward, speak, and respond to everyone we know and meet as if to our own dear mother. Pass.
So, not only will we respond very differently to everyone, more responsibly, but we can also in this way repay our debt to her. Whether or not she is presently in this world, we can use the sensations of remorse to repair the past in relation to her, and by doing so, begin to make a bridge to our past in preparation for the awakening of the machine before we ever heard these ideas, which we can do only because the creation contains all events and the past still exists. And I pass.
If we have also activated the higher emotional centrum, it is possible to use the same exercise on a higher scale to give our mother or our grandmother the means to become a saint if she had already developed in herself some feelings of objective conscience, but did not have sufficient time in the life of the machine to fully develop this higher impulse.
Can we look at the painting for a little while?
Sure. This is E.J. Gould, Temple in the Sky, 1987.
Hmm.
Welcome back, Alka. We just finished reading chapter 14, the same chapter that we read last week.
Okay, I'll read it again.
Oh, you want to read it again?
No, I'll read it again. Sorry, there's a little prayer at home.
Oh, okay. Alka, you're reading right now?
What? I thought we just finished reading.
Yes, we did, yes. Correct.
Do you want me to read it again? I can. But it'll waste
No,
everybody's time.
maybe I got confused.
Okay.
She was saying that she'll read it by herself. That's what she meant.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Okay, okay. So I
I,
feel that this, yeah.
sorry. Go on,
Go
go
ahead,
on.
Barney. Yes. No, please go ahead.
Nishant, please.
So I was thinking, the first paragraph it says because it has atrophied. So it needs some kind of like a jump start, like just to start because it's not working at all. So that's when they says about mother that will give it like a jump start. And then the remorse, we have remorse of everything. So that can be used later on for every other subject or topic. It's the same feeling, when you go to restaurant, you order chicken and then you have a remorse that you did not order the fish. But that is for everything, for
Yeah.
little thing to big things. But to jumpstart that, it needs that bigger emotion of, like a big one, which can be this one, the machine's mother, death, or something big has to happen, a shock.
This is so relevant in our time, right? The organ conscience in the ordinary human biological machine is completely atrophied as a result of the disuse and isolation caused by inactive state of the emotional centrum.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's a big one, right? I mean, that's a big, Rajan uses that word, right? The shesh, what is remaining,
Yeah.
that feeling that remains, that, oh, I could have done this way, or next time I'll do it this way, or that remorse that I bought a car, I should have bought an SUV, anything, there's multiple topics you can have that remorse.
I recall one sentence which I don't know who had said, I forgot, but somebody had mentioned there are no ifs in life.
Ifs, you saying?
Yeah.
There are no ifs in life.
Yeah.
There's no
It-
if this happened, then this
Sorry, I couldn't hear the word. Can you say it again?
Ifs, IF.
here.
In like a work life, right? Or in real life.
In general.
Just life in general, there are no ifs. So the only thing that you could do is accept. When we understand that if you were given the same choice, there is even a movie on that, right? Like there was a lady who lost her memory and she did the entire thing over again, exactly the way she was meant to do it. Despite her memory loss, she followed the entire same pattern. So if we keep feeling that, oh, only if this happened, only if that happened. But again, the entire thing is just acceptance, right? Like this leads you to acceptance. There are no ifs in life. So there's no if I did this,
But that is true what you're saying, but we can't help but feel remorse about, oh, I could have done this and I could have done that. Or, oh, if we can't help but think like that. And what this chapter is saying that whenever you think or feel that or feel the remorse, you can use that for
Yes.
for work. So it's okay if
Correct.
you feel that feeling and you can just use that.
I have a question regarding the remorse because for me, my understanding of remorse is way deeper than the ordinary, like any ordinary example. So I'm trying to understand that what we are talking of giving the regular examples of, say, the car or say, I should have done this, is that the same as remorse or is there a different term to that? Because my understanding of remorse was it towards the conscience, but this, I'm not sure, like if we can relate it to the desire part of it, of the senses, but I'm not sure, like, is it the same or?
Feeling is same, but it has to be started with a shock, as it says here. This isolation is broken from time to time, either accidentally from a shock or intentionally by an artificial technique which is called remorse of conscience.
So the shock has to be so deep inside that it shakes you intentionally.
Right. So to jumpstart, if that organ is atrophied from disuse, then it has to be jump-started.
Right. But so then my question is that so this is like deep in the conscience. So then a simple thing like, say, I should have called somebody or I should have called this person, but you did
Yes.
not. So is that
That feeling.
deep in your conscience or is that just a thought process going on and it just passes on like a breeze, So what will be the difference, of
The difference is that it's not a thought process, it's that feeling.
I need to call that person. I should have called that person. Probably remorse is more closer to I need to call him now. I should call him now.
So
yeah.
everybody here has done something for which they feel remorse. Everybody here. Deep remorse. Like, if I had only done this or this when I was in the bakery at Osho's place, right?
Yeah.
Or
Done and not done, right, David?
what's
Done, like
that?
I should have done this, or why did I do this? I should not
No,
have.
it's I did do this, but now looking back on it, I should have done this.
Done. Okay.
But I
Okay.
actually did it. Like I actually cut that person out because I was jealous of the attention they were getting. So I didn't tell them about the meeting.
Yeah. And what about not done? Like I should have done this, or
Well,
something I did
should
not do.
have, the problem with should have is should have starts to go into our mental centrum, okay? That, but it's what you feel. It's like when I was in the seventh grade, maybe, or sixth grade, we were playing high jump. We were trying to practice high jump. It was like lunchtime, and you could do whatever you wanted. And I wanted to go, but Rudy Tavares, who was right next to me, he started to go, and I grabbed his arm, which threw him off balance, and he hit the bar and hurt himself. What kind of person was I at that moment? Filled with ego, right? filled with ego and jealousy and pride and but that's who I was at that time.
Yeah. So when you think back and you feel this remorse now, right? That
Yes.
could have done this.
But it
But
was like, I don't go, I could have done this. No, I say, that's who I was.
Exactly.
That's in me that I was jealous, competitive. That's like sitting in me like a rotten little boil. Okay. It's
Mhm.
like, that's really in there.
Mm.
That then that creates a energy. That energy is called remorse of conscience. Okay.
And also, like, I wanted to add one example of mine as well. When I was in seventh grade, we had gone camping, and it was in a Himalayan, like, in Manali, if people might know that. So I went there, and there was a couple of, kids who were begging, and I felt they're starving, but I had a chips bag, that I was eating. And I felt like giving, but I held on to it because I wanted to snack on it. So that feeling when I was in, I think it was sixth or seventh grade, I think seventh grade, but that stayed with me. And similar incidences have kept on happening where the first thought that comes is that I want to share it, and then I don't. And the moment I don't, the conscience, the remorse of conscience comes back. And then I realize that this is the pattern that's happening. So now I've just made it a point that the moment the first thought that strikes of sharing, I just give it away. The first thought that happens. So the moment I feel that, okay, I only have this one mango, but if I've noticed it, that if I don't share it, it'll go bad. It literally, I cannot have it, and the other person will not be able to have it. I've literally seen that happen as an entire sequence in my life till date. That if there is anything that I wanted to give to someone and I don't, I either I don't have it or neither can somebody else. So I've made it a point that the first thought that strikes out, out it goes. So yeah.
Every one of us.
I
Go ahead, Bernie.
no, I must be. I want to be as honest as I can be. Um, this is a very difference between you know an encounter group that all share their secrets and feel that they are washed away by the group. Uh, I think we are from very childhood conditioned to feel feel wrong, but that has to do with the moral of the time. I think here the word conscience is something more subtle than that feeling of wrongdoing, and I'm not comfortable in a way
Good.
the thing goes when we speak this group about that thing, because I have a feeling that it's like therapy.
Yeah, Bernie brings this up a lot, and I think it's important. Like, for instance, when I shared about this Rudy Tavares, I'm not looking to change my psychology at all. I just simply look at who I was at that moment. And
Mhm.
ego things I did in the last 10 years where I cut somebody off rather than included them because it was easy for me. So I'm not trying to like do better and like next time I'm going to include them. Maybe they shouldn't have been included. Maybe those two bigger kids should not have had those chips. You know, it's what goes on in me. And I'm not interested in the psychology of it. I'm interested in the what my view of me is in that. And so the surface of it is I was mean or I was envious. What it is that there's a force in me that did that. And by exercising my sensing mechanism, I can understand the vibratory sensation of it. What does it mean to, I'll give you an example from about 2 days ago. Okay. I was asked, I'm not going to say anybody's name here, but I was asked about a particular thing that was going on. Okay. It's going on with somebody in the community. And a
Not
person,
me.
what's that?
It was not me, David.
And then somebody sent me a text saying, well, what about this, this, and this? So I had to tell them all the good things I did about it. You know what I mean? I didn't just answer their question. I said, yes, blah, blah, blah. And then I did this, and then I did this, and then I did this. And I look at that and I go, oh my God, what a bum. I mean, it didn't affect anybody. In fact, the information I gave was helpful, but it was the thing in me that had to show how good I was. You know what I mean? And that's sitting in there. It's just sitting in there like a little piece of rotten fruit.
And David, what I wanted to add was that the first thought that comes, that's the inner voice. That's what I was trying to get to. That the first trigger that comes, it's a very soft whisper. And when you discard that, then you have the entire remorse or whatever, you know. But it feels like it's just a subtle whisper that always comes as a thought and you push it away, you know. So
But I'm going different than that. I'm just saying that is in me.
yeah.
I did in fact do that. And it's even though it didn't quite ruin the space, it did ruin the space for me. The invocational space in which is that conversation I was having became mundane. It became mechanical.
Mm, like that.
See what I'm saying? And so I look back on that person, I go, oh my God, who is that? That's me. And so then I hold that in my hands. I'm not trying to change it. I'm just trying to, and maybe it is a little bit like your sensitivity. Um, uh, I don't know what to call you anymore. Maybe it just see but uh,
I just don't know how to change the name.
you
For
can't.
some,
That is your name. But you know what I'm saying? It's like maybe it is. I'm not too interested in the fact that
okay.
my ego operated. What I'm interested in is that it found its way in to the space. There it is. There it is. You see
Yeah.
what I mean?
Mhm.
It's like I mean, nobody knows about this except the five of you and me
Right.
now. Okay. Nobody in the world knows about it. It didn't really affect the other person, but I look at that and I go, oh, see what I did? I used this, and this is a little extreme, this holy moment to show my ego off. And so if you hold that and you go, oh my gosh. Now, karma, which is the flow of this mechanicality, it's just going to do everything it can to operate. It's like me first. I'm going to do it. And and good, 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 good. And you can't fight the karma, but you can do acts of merit. Do you know what I mean? So an act of merit, you can do an act of merit. So merit, if I had just been, if I had not put myself into it, my mechanicality into it, then I could have used that energy in a deeper level of consciousness and self-reflection. And so I can use, but if I go, oh, I'm just not going to do that behavior anymore, then I'm not working with that energy, am I?
I like that. One
So
thing
would
that
you say would you say that
What's
on
that?
would you say that to activate remorse in a deep way, you would you would create an act of merit?
No,
No, no.
no, 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 no. To activate remorse, you have to look at yourself, Michelle, and look at how you've acted. And you go, shit, or excuse me, shoot, that was a beautiful space. And I had to shove her out of the way so I could be in front. That's, but saying, then you go, that's who I am. I say it in a capsule. It's you aren't that. You're all the multiplicity of these things, but that's in you. You are that person, jealousy, ego, in that section of you. And you hold it in your hand and you go, okay, ugh. And that my conscience says, I could have done this. Or my conscience just recognizes the invocational space.
Yeah. Also, Bernie said that it may be something else that feeling. So I mean, I think remorse, all these names that we give to the negative reaction, the emotions that we feel, it's just like a, what do you call
Yeah, you're on the right track. Good.
it? It it's just to name something. It doesn't mean that's all it is. There are different things that come up.
Yeah.
So it's just a namesake kind of a thing, but that feeling is may have a lot of other components to it than just one of remorse.
guys, I want to, I would like to make an experiment now, if I may.
Yes, please.
Last week, we all agreed to make a commitment for the week to treat someone as our mother, let's say. And at least in my case, I didn't do it. So I can say that when this reading started, I had the remorse, but the remorse, instead of thinking of this, oh my God, what a rotten guy I am, I tried to use a concept that is amnesia, o sea, amnesia, no? You know the word in English, amnesia, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Just amnesia, yeah.
Amnesia. Nothing that I have to be hanged about, but it shows me that the machine makes some vows in the last Monday to this Monday and has forgotten everything. Even this we read, at least in my case, we read this chapter. I didn't remind myself that we have read it. So there is nothing evil, but the machine or the monkey in me tries to forget. You know, it's just the same as, I don't know if it happens to you. Finish this group meeting, and I have a feeling, a double feeling, relief, and I say, well, I will find a film so I can relax and entertain myself. This hour is a tough hour for all of us, I think, because we have to think, we have to create meaning in us, no? So here we are, in a way, and I continue coming, but we have to understand that we have to be attentive to another concept, that is bribe. Bribe is when you try to gain heaven by doing good actions. And again, this is the place to do it, because there are many places, many groups all over the world, and you can be a good person and behave better, and every week you will come and say, oh, I've done good, I love my mother, I love my brother, blah, blah. But it's good. It's I don't think that is bad, but I think the direction of these guys like EJ is not. That's it.
Is I didn't hear after you said direction of EJ is not.
Not in the therapy, you know, you can become a better person, but not by bribing. With bribing, I mean it's the wrong of arriving to heaven, you know, pushing the doors. You know, it's all related. I've said it sometimes, because he doesn't know he is a saint. Every time we are fiddling with these sensations of doing and everything, it's the ego that is trying to protect itself and become to know what it is. It's a kind of veil that yes, I am bad, but I am trying to be good. I am trying to work myself. An excellent view of that is the Rinpoche. That is he continually insists that make the spiritual way mechanical. And I think we have to be very careful with that. I insist on that, but
Yeah.
I have to go. No more. One more thing, yes, now, but it's very from this moment. I need to be very careful with myself not to think that I am the conscience of the group, because that is very stupid, and it can be, the morality. Oh, yes, no. no. The truth is, from last today, I absolutely forgot and had amnesia of what we had to do.
I I agree with you on that one. I completely forgot as well. I even forgot that we are supposed to read this chapter again. I was completely fine with moving on to the next chapter. So I'm definitely with you,
Yeah,
Bernie.
yes, that's what we are, and there's nothing to be afraid of. We are monks.
Yes.
Trying not to be, but that we are, and accepting what we are a good step. Way, at least first. Wow.
Nikhil, can you go down the page?
Let me know when you want me
Yeah,
to stop.
that's it then. Yeah.
To add to to Bernie's point here, it says, but the machine is a swine of the first degree and soon forgets this momentary discomfort and in a few weeks is able to sink back into the usual mechanical oblivion.
The one that I liked the most was this one. We can use these first stirrings of conscience, activated by the mood of remorse for past wrongdoings and injustices on our part, to provide us with the motivation to conserve our precious time and energy for our work to awaken the machine. So I guess this is the feeling which I got, because every time uh, when you listen that there's this inner conscience which says something and you don't do it, the energy that you waste on that feeling of the remorse is way higher, which I realized that it's better to just listen to that single thing which pops up, and then it saves your energy, because now you're not thinking of that, so to hold on to that remorse of whatever it is, and hold on to that feeling, and then just see, that if we could give just give into that. Like, we can use this emotional state to help us remember to spend our inner force and subjective time, not just for self-satisfaction, but for work, which alone can give our life in the machine any real meaning.
Yeah, I mean, like, how many times have we had? I mean, we're in this space right now, and we write and we say, okay, good. Here's what we're going to do this coming week. And how many times have we all totally forgotten to do that? Why?
Because I think when we meet during our meetings, we are in a different space, and then when we return to mechanicality, uh, that's when the world takes over, and then you are just swayed in the mechanicality of life, I guess.
I mean, if we had done this exercise for 5 minutes this last week, we would have had original data about the concept of remorse. I didn't go look at it, study what, the various traditions say about remorse. This is an important chapter for EJ. I didn't do anything. I read the chapter. As soon as I was done, I went off to do other things. And I got busy. I was too busy.
Nishant, you're laughing. Do you want to add something?
But yeah,
Uh-oh. EJ has this horrible exercise called 5 minutes a day. Remember this? Did you ever hear this?
Yeah.
5 minutes a day, play the guitar. 5 minutes a day, write poetry. Everybody here has 5 minutes a day, except for maybe Nikhil. He probably doesn't. But it's such a profound concept. And I always say it's too profound. It's too profound for the regular human mind. It's too simple for the human mind to concept, but it's a powerful tool. We're going to leave this space today in a few minutes here. We're all jazzed up about it and I feel good. And Nikhil may say, okay, we blew it last week, but this week, what you're going to do is read the chapter called 15 and actually do the exercise. I'll probably forget.
yeah,
But if I don't forget, then I'm in a moment of grace. I'm in a moment of beauty, of prayer.
yeah. And Nikhil, will you go to the last paragraph, please?
Yeah, that's a good one.
Mm.
And yeah, this is amazing. Um,
Man, it's too high up there, man.
That's what I'm thinking.
This would happen if every moment is that moment. This is that, you know?
Yeah, but if there's 1,000 every moments, then find one. Then find one. It's not a light switch. You're on or you're off.
mm,
You can get a little bit stronger every day, moving the muscles just a little bit. Do I think that my mother had already developed in herself some feelings of objective conscience, but did not have sufficient time? She was like burdened. My mother was burdened by a certain devotion, which I'm not saying was healthy. It wasn't all unhealthy, but it was more of a devotion to my father, which didn't allow her to develop her own being in a certain way. Now, and the interesting thing about her is she was very interested in what I was doing. She had no idea what it was, but she would say, oh, David's going to his church. I'd be going to a Fourth Way meeting on Gurdjieff. David's going to his church tonight. Because for her, it had the same feeling, right? So, did she develop some sense of objective conscience in herself? 100%.
Yeah.
If we've also activated the higher emotional, it's possible to use the same exercise on a higher scale to give our mother or our grandmother. My grandmother is another one. I can say a whole lot about her. The means to become a saint. In our tradition, they were all sucked into the world of being Catholics. And in your world, it's a different thing. But they were all like, they would, you know what this is, Bernie, right? Las Viejitas and praying all the time, going to church, your head's covered, right? They were trying as well as they could. She tried very hard, but she didn't have the scope or the tools to do more. Well, maybe I can help her out a little bit.
Yeah. It's just like ABD, right? I mean, we do ABD.
It's very, very similar to the ABD. The ABD is more structured because it's very specific readings, but it's quite beautiful. But in this case, it's like holding your mother in your mind, the good parts of who she is, her devotional spirit. The previous paragraph is kind of strange too. Whether or not she is presently, we can use the sensations of remorse to prepare the past in relation to her. And in so doing, to begin to make a bridge to our past in preparation for the awakening of the machine before we ever even heard these ideas. So I look back on that little boy in that play yard doing all that stuff with Rudy Tavares. And there he was. Part of all what he needed was a little pure love.
But you remember the name Rudy Tavares.
That's what I was thinking as a.
It was very strong. It was very strong. Friends then or not? Rudy Tavares.
Yeah. So anyway, we have some opportunities to do. This is esoteric work, okay? This is true esoteric work. This is advanced spiritual work. I don't care what anybody wants to say or however they want to characterize it. Because I talked to these Tibetan Buddhists. I mean, they were all away, they were just like monks and all this stuff. I start to talk to this stuff about them. I knew that I was on the edge of their understanding too. They understood the texts perfectly. But to delve into our own self here, and the biggest thing that some of us, I won't say who right now, but have to overcome is the guilt associated with those actions. Don't have guilt, just notice you did
That's
that.
the remorse too, right? That's the remorse.
There you go.
Yeah. If you lock it in, it becomes guilt.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow, that's a good way to put it. If you lock it in.
But if you hold it in your hand and you just look at it, oh, look at that guy. Look at that little boy. Interesting. Then you start to see that that little boy did other things that were quite unique. So Nikhil, we're over time again. You run us over time, buddy. Sheesh. What are you putting on our back for this coming week?
I don't know what to say right now.
Oh,
I want
God.
to be very careful
What
with my
kind of
words.
leader are you? You're the leader of this group.
No. No. I guess we can do the same thing, that same exercise that Bernie said we forgot, or the both of us did. And we can just start with one person and treat them as we would our mother. Oh,
What do you want to
I
do?
will, this week I will try with Trump.
Ah.
Let's just say if he succeeds, Bernie won't be here. He'll have transcended into the other realms.
Yes, of course.
You know, talking about Trump, I wanted to share something very interesting. In India, we have the Durga Puja days going on, wherein starts from Shashti, Durga's Murti it's a Bengali thing, right? And there are celebrations for the 5-6 days, and there's a Murti in every celebration, and there is a Murti in every lane. Like it's that common. So one of the pandals in Bengal so the typical Murti is that Durga is holding her weapon and the demon is at her feet and she's stabbing the demon. So one of the pandals, they have replaced the demon with Trump's.
Really? Oh
That's
boy.
really funny.
Don't let
Like orange hair and
They,
giving a
they
haircut.
should
I'll
be
try to
deported.
share that reel with everyone here. It's really hilarious.
It is not that against Trump, because what I feel is that he is needed to change the world order.
well, he is.
Yes.
He is so badly needed to topple the superpower, and he's doing exactly that to change the entire geopolitics. I think
Well,
he's a boon to Earth. I mean, right now, just to change everything. Yeah.
well, he's certainly going to change the fact that the U.S. is on top of everything,
And that is needed. It's really,
which is really good.
yeah.
So Nikhil, wait a minute, hang on.
List of excuses?
Are you giving us are my tasks or?
मैंने पानी पड़ा हुआ है गीले पैर लेके प्लास्टिक के ऊपर
David, go ahead.
No, I just want to know what I'm supposed to do this coming week.
Pick one person, treat them with respect. Easy, right?
Like myself.
Can be yourself. I guess that's a good place to start. I think we have a good point there, David.
Yes,
If you
why
don't
not?
have that, you don't start on the right foot.
Yes, I like it.
So we're going to kind of do the same exercise from last week, but we are going to do it this week, right?
We are really going to do it this week.
Really gonna do it.
Really, really gonna do it this
I
week.
promise.
Oh no.
Sorry, can someone please repeat the exercise?
See?
Please.
Well, you have to pick one person and then just and then
Sorry.
treat them with respect.
One person, treat
That's
them with
it?
respect or treat them like
Yeah,
mother.
Alka said that's it. That's like the hardest
That's
thing to
it.
do.
Yeah. Alka's like, I got this.
Like treat one person with respect, is that it?
Is
Yeah,
it
I guess you should pick the person that you hate the most.
is it
Yeah,
like
yeah,
a
yeah. I got it. I
is
got
it
it. Yes, in place.
is
Found
it
my
like
mission.
okay.
Michelle, go ahead.
Is it to treat them like a saint? Because we said that the mother did we use the word saint? Like
Read the chapter. No, we didn't.
yeah. No,
The saint is in there, but that's not what it says.
Yeah.
You gotta, the chapter says, doesn't say treat him like a saint. It says, by doing this,
yeah.
if you do this, it helps them become a saint.
Got
It
it.
doesn't say treat him like a saint. Do the remorse of conscience. Exercise.
We do this with everyone around us or just one person?
Just
One.
if you can do
Just
it with one, it's a good start.
The one that you wouldn't want to do it, you do it.
But
Just
the problem is that this week I am on a leave and my boss is, I'll not be talking to him. So I can treat him with all the respect from a distance.
I mean, even with a person that is close to you, right? Like for me, I took it as my daughter, to treat her, and it kind of changed in the beginning. Then I forgot as usual. But like any person around you, because then it changes the entire feeling towards them, So
I thought the chapter said something like treat this person like as if it were your mother. Doesn't it say that somewhere in the chapter?
Yeah.
Yes.
Like you actually would treat your good mother.
yeah.
So it's not just in general respect, but that particular kind of respect.
Mhm.
Okay.
All right, folks. So do we all know what to do? Yes?
Absolutely. We're all 100% clear. We're clear. We're ready.
Well, I'll see you guys next week then, and we'll see what happens.
Oh my God. This is the work, okay? This is how it goes.
Mhm.
1 inch at a time. One little whatever. It builds up and you don't lose what you have found internally.
Okay. Thank you, David. Thank you
Thank
all.
you.
Thank you.
Thank
Yes,
you
thank
all.
you.
Bye.